Yes. Good morning, beloveds. I just got back from the gym. This is our last Wednesday. After this, we go back to Sundays because he goes back to school. The trainer that we work out with is a theater teacher. He teaches one weightlifting class and like 3 or 4 theater classes. So, which I think is really funny, but he goes, he didn't have to today. His school has gone back in, but it was in service for the new teachers, and he's not a new teacher. He's been there for a few years. So, but after this, we go back to Sundays. So, yeah. And my knees just were not having it this morning. I don't know what was going on with them. Okay. We are doing Living the Science of the Mind. So let's do the housekeeping really quickly. And all the housekeeping is me reminding you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. The website is creativelife.org. The constant contact email, info@creativelife.org. You get one email a week that tells you what's going on for the week and the month, and the hot links are hot. Now, I say one email a week. There's a real person doing it, and he didn't have time for more than that. But we do live in hurricane country, so it would only be if something unusual like that happens that you would get more than one email. And it is a blind CC, which means nobody will see your email. Nobody will get your email. So definitely worth doing. And then I always mention the social medias, partly because I'm doing this on a social media. But the other reason is because, we don't monetize the social medias. We don't want to deal with the ads any more than you do. So what we ask you to do instead is to like, subscribe, follow based on which platform you're dealing with at the moment. And then go and, hang on. Then react, comment, and share the individual posts. There are English words and occasionally I forget them, including names. I'm so sorry about that on like Monica. I've known Monica for years, and as I go to say her name just popped right out of my head. Yep, it happens to the best of us. So, all right. And then we are Creative Life Spiritual Center or Creative Life Spark. And I'm the running O'Brien on the social medias that I'm on. So there is that. All right. Now, the Living the Science of Mind is a collection of essays that came from a take-home course that used to be in the back of the Science of Mind magazine. You would mail off for the lesson, and they would mail you a lesson a week for 48 weeks. All but 2 of the essays came from that. 2 of the essays came from the estate, but they don't tell you which 2, which I think is really interesting. However, I think that the take-home course and this book, thereby this book, were questions that people had after coming to a lecture or reading the textbook. They would go to Ernest and say, tell me more about this. And so he would write and sometimes they're really short. These 2, they're literally 1 page each. The one that we have tomorrow is 6 pages. So I think I'm going to skip that one. Because tomorrow's the one day that I need to be at work early. So I'm probably, unless I just get in here super early, which is possible, I will probably do that one, on Friday and do a short one tomorrow. And we've got an interesting one today. It's Loose the Consciousness. Not lose. I did not type the title wrong. It is Loose the Consciousness. So let's get into that and see what we're talking about, what Ernest has to say today. I have got my light on, my glasses on, and my trusty highlighter ready to go. So, loose the consciousness. It is certain that none of us receive as much benefit from this science as we might. We do not permit our consciousness to range into the field of greater possibilities. A certain time should be taken each day for the enlargement of consciousness. This is done by reminding our imagination that the field with which it deals is limitless, that mind is the creator and the sustainer, that mind is infinite, ever available, and always responsive to us. There should never be any sense of finality in our self-discovery. No matter how much good we experience today, We should expect more tomorrow. Expectancy always speeds progress. Anticipation of better yet to come helps dissolve the overload of burdens which we now carry with us. We must learn to loose our consciousness. Nothing is too good to be true. That's really interesting. Okay, the kingdom of harmony is already an ever-present reality. But as far as we are concerned, it waits to be perceived, and only as much good can come to us as we mentally receive. That's a super important point too. We can only, like, God can offer us all of the good that in existence, but we can only take as much as we can only take as much of it as we can accept. You know, it's like there's good all around you, but you're only going to see what you're willing to accept. We must increase our receptivity, continuously extend and expand our comprehension. We should declare 100 times a day, good and more good is mine. An ever-increasing good is mine. There is no limit to the good which is mine. Everywhere I go, I see this good. I feel it. I experience it. It crowds itself against me, flows through me, expresses itself in me, and multiplies itself around me. You want a mantra? There you go. That is an excellent mantra. So if you've got this book, I'm on page 339. If you want to type that out and repeat that to yourself, a bunch of times, or just listen to me repeat it, that's fine. And just remember, yes, they were all I statements, but the good you want for yourself is the good that you got to want for everybody. You can't leave anybody out. You can't say, I want everybody to have all of this good except. Doesn't work like that. Because you will be the except. But I like the idea of loosing the consciousness, because that is the power of imagination. If we would set aside time every day, which is the point of spiritual practice, by the way, and that could be part of your spiritual practice, to set aside a little bit of time to imagine enlarging your good. Imagine just beyond what you think, in your imagination, reach beyond where you've ever reached before. Imagine greater and greater and greater and greater good. And just each day push the envelope just a little bit, and, free it up. Cause, I've quoted it before and I'll quote it again. Einstein says that worry is the misuse of imagination. Well, in this case, Ernest is encouraging you to use your imagination to enlarge your concept of good. To see more, use your imagination to imagine more good, whatever that looks like for you. I just recently adopted 2 5-month-old kittens, which y'all have seen, from a very good rescue group. And so I could sit down every day and imagine that every kitten has a home. Every cat has a home. Every and then I could go, well, then every animal has a loving home, and just every day, just kind of push it a little bit more, and go from there. And then maybe because once I've got every animal that has a loving home, well, why not people? Every person should have a loving home. Every person should have a home and then a loving home. Start with what you can believe and then push past that. Seems to be the order of the day. But then he gave us that great mantra. So, all right. So that is the reading for today, the lesson for today. So now I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a take care of business day, a take care of you day, a drink plenty of water day, a enjoy the rain if you get it day. It's a 50% chance. You know how that goes. day. A stay out of the direct sunlight between 10 and 2 day. I think I've already said drink plenty of water, but drink plenty of water day. Beware of the heat day. A do something amazing for yourself day. Like listen to good music day. Read a good book day. Do something for fun day. Eat something that tastes good day. Eat something good for you day. Tell somebody you love them day. Cuddle your fur babies day. Take care of that task that you've been putting off day. And then run out of words day. Enjoy the silence day. That would be a good one. A good day, and if that is too much pressure, because occasionally it is, and I do understand that, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You're a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark, spirit in motion, God in action, a beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time, at your own pace. Very important. And as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. All right? Explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be. Because the divine knows you to be good. And from there, anything is possible. Anything at all is possible. Whew. All right, beloveds. Oh, Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around... I mean, if I get on the stick and get here at 8:45, we'll do the 6-page one. If not, I'll see you around 9:15. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.